Hello friends, welcome to Technique. This is Normal here and you're watching the detailed camera review of the new smartphone from Realme in India, the Realme 6. So the Realme 6 comes with a quad camera setup with a 64 megapixel primary camera and also a 16 megapixel selfie camera. So let's dive deep into the camera to see how it performs. In terms of the camera hardware, it sports a quad rear camera with 64 megapixel primary camera with f1.8 and Samsung's GW1 sensor. You also get an 8 megapixel ultra wide angle lens, 2 megapixel macro lens and 2 megapixel portrait sensor. There is also LED flash included. The front camera is a 16 megapixel one with f2.0 aperture. So let's find out how the camera performs. First step, let's have a look at the video quality. So looking at the video quality, the Realme 6 can record videos in 1080p resolution at 30 fps with electronic image stabilization, and the footage looks quite decent. The color reproduction is good and sticks mostly to natural colors. The stabilization isn't the best out there and looks a bit shaky at times. The sharpness levels are quite average at its best. The phone also supports 1080p at 60 fps without EIS. The phone also can record 4K videos at 30 fps, and here again it misses out on stabilization, but it's quite acceptable since not too many phones offer EIS for 4K at this price segment. The phone also packs 8 megapixel ultra wide angle camera and the video quality is quite average. The sharpness levels were not great and the video looks a bit blurry while colors are quite good. We expect Realme to work on the video quality with an update later. The phone can also record slow motion videos in 240 fps and 120 fps. Moving to the photos, the daylight shots taken with the 64 megapixel camera came out quite well. The important thing to note here is the color reproduction has been drastically improved by Realme. In previous devices, the saturation issues were predominant and company has worked out and improved it a lot. It is closer to natural colors and does a good job. But the main issue is the sharpness levels. If you zoom into the pictures in daylight, you can see kind of watercolor effect, and we would have liked a bit more sharper image for this price segment. There is also auto HDR mode available and the dynamic range is quite good. The 8 megapixel ultra wide angle shots came out pretty decent, and here again colors are spot on but misses out on sharpness levels and the image lacks details when zoomed in. The close-up shots taken with the camera was good and it had good details, but here again the camera had some issue focusing. We are not really sure if it is an issue with our unit. We ended up with quite a few blurry images as a result. The colors are good for the most part. The phone comes with macro lens, which is quite average experience with poor color reproduction. Moving to the portrait shots, we felt the portraits are good. While the colors are a bit punchy here, we don't have any issues here as the processing is very good. It does have good details in the portrait and the edge detection is excellent. We are quite impressed with how the portrait came out on the Realme 6. The low light captures taken with the Realme 6 came out average in adequately lit conditions. There is noise reduction in place and extreme low light conditions. The images are pretty much average with extremely high end noise. There is night mode on offer, which definitely brings in more details, but again for this price segment we expected a bit more from Realme 6. We are hoping Realme improves it with software updates. Moving to the selfie camera, the 16 megapixel shooter can shoot some really good selfies with great details, sharpness levels and colors. The dynamic range is also good. The skin tones are good and so is the sharpness levels. We turned off the beauty mode since we like selfies without the beauty mode. Since selfies are more of a personal choice, you can judge based on the clarity. The portrait selfies also came out pretty well. So this is the front facing camera sample taken with the Realme 6, so it can record videos in 1080p resolution. So you can judge yourself how good the clarity of the video is and also the audio output from the front camera on the Realme 6 which is recorded in 1080p resolution. So summing up, the Realme 6 with quad camera setup was quite average in terms of the camera department. The two areas where the device did perform really well were portrait shots and selfie camera. The 64 megapixel rear camera performance is acceptable but not class leading by any means. With an average video recording and subpar low light performance, we think Realme missed the opportunity to have a great camera in this segment. But having said that, we hope Realme fixes the issues via software updates. So that was the detailed camera review of the Realme 6. Hope you enjoyed watching this video. Do hit that like button and also hit that subscribe button for more videos. Thanks for watching. Hope to see you in our next video. Have a great day.